And I just wanted to give you at least 2 PPC action items you could leave the call, have done in less than 20 minutes, and have something powerful to walk away with.
I mean, we're super happy to talk about PPC because that's something we don't feel confident in doing. You know, we try, but then we don't know if we're doing it right and all that.
So the challenge with PPC, this is not unique to Amazon, is that in the beauty category, it is expensive. You could have $3 to $5 clicks as the norm. You could have an ACoS of 65% to even 100% as the norm. And that wouldn't surprise me if that's been your experience.
It was not as bad, but we didn't do also much. So I think if we would really spend money, then that would be probably our experience. We just spent, I don't know, $10.
The reason brands do that and succeed is because of the reorders. There's a lot of potential on Amazon, right? If you're moving 100 units a month versus a couple thousand, you could get to the couple thousand very quickly is the point. Okay, so the very first campaign that I would set up if I were you is called an auto catch-all. And what I want you to do is I want you to create one campaign with a $10 daily budget, just like you're doing right now, and then have one ad group per product and add every product to that campaign. Okay, it's an auto campaign. And put the bid at 5 cents. Okay, now this is going to barely spend anything, but you're going to see it be net positive day one, and you'll see sales from it. This is the cheapest, most affordable campaign. It's it's not going to generate a whole lot. It might generate a couple $100 a week, maybe a month, depending on how many impressions come in on a beauty brand. It's called the catch-all auto campaign. So that's the very first one I'd recommend. It's the easiest one to do, easy to set up. You don't need to be technical. The nice thing about that campaign is you don't have to touch it again. You don't even have to do any negations because at 5 cents a click, you want any traffic. An average conversion of a listing is 10%. So if you're paying 5 cents a click, you only need, not very many clicks to be profitable. 10 clicks and you got a sale for 50 cents. The second campaign that I would do is a manual broad match and do a single keyword. So whatever keyword you think is the most important. For example, you might go for body butter on this one. Now, the challenge with this campaign is you need to spend a lot of money for it to be effective, but it is super effective and it's easy to maintain if you finance it. If you guys exit the call and you say, hey, let's give this a shot, I would put $3,000 on a single keyword campaign, broad match per month, which is well over your current budget. But the nice thing is it's not technical. You only have to set up one campaign. So if you set up the body butter campaign, you're gonna see a lot of wasted ad spend in that first 2-3 weeks, and you're gonna start adding negations. And then once it's optimized, probably feel happy with it around day 21. It'll hit your ACoS goal, and it's just a really easy campaign that will always produce, and it will automatically rank this product for hundreds, if not a couple thousand of keywords just from that one campaign. So if you guys, don't want to be sophisticated, but you want to have a really strong PPC campaign result, I highly endorse that technique. It's highly underutilized by most people. And if you look at most of the literature online, they talk about doing an exact match, which is the complete opposite of what I just recommended. And so the reason for that is broad match costs less, and it just requires you to add weekly negations to the ad keyword. And it's very easy to do negations, but it's highly overlooked. You just go into the PPC campaign and you're like, oh, I spent $50 on this unrelated keyword because it was body butter for kids or whatever, and I negate it out, or body butter for X that doesn't make sense.
Would you recommend the same PPC strategy in Germany, just with
Yes.
German keywords in German?
Yes.
So it would work the same way?
You got it.
Work.
German will be cheaper because there's not as many brands spending there. It's not as over inundated. You have the local advantage. The other thing too, if I were you in the German market, I would set up a second auto campaign with $1 click or local currency at franc or whatever. That will be a really powerful campaign for that brand as well.
My last question would be, how much stock should we have there before we put a lot of money in PPC?
This is a finance question more than it is a marketing question. If you put your marketing hat on, the marketing guy is going to say as much as you possibly can, right? Because the marketing guy has a huge ego and he thinks he can advertise and make anything happen, right? So realistically, this is a finance question. If you guys have capital, if you're investing in the brand, the US market is an inevitable expansion for you. I would feel very safe in making that investment if I were personally in your shoes. But how much and how fast you go is purely based on your comfort level with your finances. So I don't know enough about you guys to make a specific number, but at least 500 to 1,000 quantity of your top 3 products. That would be my minimum suggestion.
I know how tough it can be juggling PPC, SEO, and account issues while trying to grow your Amazon business. That's why we're here. At My Amazon Guide, we've helped thousands of sellers like you. Scan the QR code or click the link and let's tackle your biggest challenges together.